I mean, where do I begin? I'm someone who brought her to Chelsea. So to watch what she's had to endure with her injury and the time it's taken to get her to this place, there's been a lot of people involved with getting Kat to this position, and I think my first feeling was just beyond being happy for her was I just felt like pride because of how long she'd been out and how hard it had been for her. And also because I thought she played well. I thought she held the ball up so well, linked exceptionally well. It's probably the first time in the half that we attacked the box quickly, and she was in the right place at the right time. And I think she's got an instinct in and around the goal, which was demonstrated with the goal. So I said it to her when she came off. I said everybody is super happy, super proud, and I'm sure everybody back at Chelsea is too.
Who else? Go. Yep.
Emma, congratulations.
Thank you.
What did you make of Ali Sentnor's goal? What did you say to her afterward?
Well, I mean, Ali has come through the youth ranks, demonstrating the qualities you need to be at this level, and we've been working with her in many camps that she's been with us on the decision making and execution from when she's in the pocket situations. So is she in the pocket to stretch deep? Is she in the pocket to receive it short? Is she in the pocket to receive it from the sides? And we just had a conversation about it. She said, I'm still not sure entirely which one to do at what point. I said, well, that will come. I said, however, your super strength is when you get on the half turn in those areas. And I knew the minute, I said this, I knew the minute she turned where that ball was going to end up, because she does that shot consistently well. Like that is something she absolutely has in her locker. But I appreciated her work rate tonight. I thought she was tenacious, both sides of the ball. For a young player, yeah, of course, she's still got a lot to learn, but I thought it was a very strong performance from her.
Go there first, and then Melanie.
Hi, Emma. Tiffany Arnold. As you make investments in players, how quickly do you expect to see a turnaround in those investments, and how do you think these matches spell out the future for the 2025 year and the World Cup in the future?
That's a good question. I think my job as a coach is to put players in a framework and in an environment where they understand what their roles are. The hardest part in my position is I can't give them the things that only time takes. So let's say you got Ali Sentnor and Kat Macario. How many times they played together before? So Ali needs to learn what Kat's tendencies are, or what Lindsay's are, and et cetera, et cetera. And the chemistry piece is the one that comes with time. That's why I would think it's fair to say, the Triple Espresso, for example, their chemistry was so strong because they played together so many times together, probably through the youth level. So I think there were really good patches in our play up until the final third, but because of the lack of chemistry, I felt we didn't do enough in that part of the pitch. It's going to take us a little bit of time, but I think a really, really good start to the year. And most importantly, I think so much of the work we did in January really came to fruition tonight.
Thank you.
I know it was long-winded, sorry.
Hi, Emma. Melanie with The Athletic. Obviously, there's been a long process. You've talked about a lot of the experimenting that you've been doing with this group, and these moments happen with Ali's goal, Kat's goal. There's been a lot of joy that you see it on the pitch and even in the stadium. So what was that like for you in that moment, kind of finally it all coming together?
I think I've been doing this job a long time, and one thing I've learned about being in this position is being tight doesn't help anyone. So I know that starts with me and the staff, but I know why everybody does this sport, and yes, everybody has a love for the crest and for their country, but I just want there to be a love for playing football. Like, it's such an amazing sport, and the powerful things that it does for each and every one of us. Maybe this is just, for me, what middle age feels like, and I feel just maybe, I don't know, I feel calm about the position we're in, but also extremely excited for the potential. And I think I really enjoy player development. I realise that, and I really enjoy the opportunity to be able to develop more players for this programme. But when I think we've had 3 debuts tonight, first goal for Ali Sentnor, I know how nervous it can be for some of these players. So I'm so happy to be able to give them the opportunity to do something they've worked their whole lives for. Like, it gives me a lot of joy.
Anything else? Yep, go.
Hi, Emma. Talking a lot about time and how things can take time, but there was also sort of the other side of the coin, which was Lily, Yaz, Kat, almost looking like they'd played together for years. Talking to Lily and Yaz, they were talking about how they were manifesting and talking to each other and saying, oh, I think I'm seeing the space here, and, maybe the kind of mid-game management between the players. What has it been like working with them this week? And are you seeing the players almost having their own mini coaching roles with each other mid-game?
Well, I think that's the first time Lily and Yaz have ever played together. They might have only had 2 training sessions. So I love to hear about all those little conversations they have between them, because you have to maximise the time you have together. So the more responsibility that the players have during the game. And it was something we spoke about pre-game, which was focus on improving instead of proving yourself. Like, everybody's good enough to be here. But in order for our team to go to the next level, we need everybody to play their part, to deliver first of all, the tactical, stuff that we need them to do. And then within that, the free flow or feeling like you're in the zone will come with it. But that's what I was most proud of tonight. The team kept a really good structure, considering they haven't played together before. But what I've learned from coaching is the better structured your teams are, especially at the higher level, the better they feel about expressing themselves within it. But you have to give them that foundation. And I thought they played off of it really well. And I saw sequencing that we'd been working on. So that was really satisfactory, especially the second half.
Let's go to online. Tannenwald, you're up.
Thanks, Aaron. Hi, Emma. Jonathan Tannenwald from the Philadelphia Inquirer here. Wondered your assessment of Tara McCune tonight in her first game for the national team. Thanks.
Well, I think when you're going up against one of the best strikers in the world, Mayra Ramirez, it's not going to be an easy evening for anyone. But I thought once Tara settled into the game, it took her a little bit of time. I thought it was an assured, composed performance from her. She's front-footed. She's good on the ball. She's quite tenacious, good aerially. I thought she showed a lot of her qualities, and I thought she handled Ramirez really, really well the longer the game went on. So she should be really proud of her debut. Been very impressed with her, and I think she demonstrated all the things that we know that she's got in her locker. Definitely.
Thank you, JT. Jeff Carlisle, go ahead.
Thank you, Aaron. Hello, Emma.
Hi.
Just wondering what you made of Lily Johannes' performance tonight, and where do you think her best position is? I mean, do you think she's a player for the middle part of the field, the final third? I mean, where do you see her maybe ending up eventually?
I don't think there's any doubt that Lily is a midfielder. I think she is a player that is settling into our program and getting a better understanding of the things we're asking her to do. I think, again, it was a confident performance from her. I think it's important to remember she's still new to the program, and important that she keeps working on the things that we're asking her to do, both sides of the ball, and it was an assured performance, and one I know she will be really, really happy with. But a centre midfielder is what she is all day long.
Thank you.
Kyle Bond, you're up.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Emma, congratulations on the win. I was going to ask you about Lily as well, so I'll just continue the conversation here. Do you every once in a while kind of have to remind yourself that she's as young as she is with the kind of composure that she can show in the field? And how do you balance trying to see how much you can get out of her with also maybe limiting expectations for her age?
Well, I think it's important for all of us to remember it's a team game, and it was a great team performance tonight from everyone. So I'll start by saying that. I think, yes, maybe Lily plays beyond her years at times, but I also think she's in season in Europe, and it showed. She certainly developed in the last 12 months since I've seen her. But there'll be tougher tests, and I think tonight was a really good game for her to come into and shown the development she's made in the last 12 months. But there's still a lot of things she has to work on in her game, but she's very hungry to learn and to improve. And she's in a fantastic club at Ajax, so I know that she's in a great place to do that. And no, she's got her feet on the ground. She's really switched on, and someone who understands the importance of doing everything for the team, and for that I really admire in her.
Last one goes to, can't get it back up. Henry Bushnell, go ahead, my friend.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, Emma, for your time. Congrats on the win. Just to follow up on what you just said there about Lily, how exactly have you seen her develop since you first saw her play at Ajax, since you first got her in camp last spring? And then the second part of the question would be also what you just said. What are the points of development that you think, the steps that she still needs to make?
Well, I think inevitably, she was talking about a 16-year-old that has 12 months on, had another 12 months under her belt playing in European competition. As I said, she's coming from a well-established, extremely structured 4-3-3 environment, playing the Ajax way, and I think she is adding the physicality to her performances. But like I said, she's in season, so I think her qualities on the ball are unquestioned, but I'm really pleased with the progress she's making defensively. But listen, I think it's really early on, and I don't think we should get carried away with it. I think she's someone who is deserves to develop without putting too much focus and attention on it, because I think Sam Coffey did a lot of the work behind her to be able to let her perform, just as Lindsay did the work in front of her. So it was a team performance tonight that has put us in a strong position.